Hello guys, welcome to a new episode of Teen Talks. Today I have the president of Microsoft and also chairman of Princeton and Netflix. Hello,
Hi there, how are you?
I'm doing great. So, kind of life story, like how did you get to this position that you're now?
Well, typically one thing leads to another, and I just sort of followed my curiosity. I always put all of my energy into doing what I was doing, whether I was in school or my first job or later jobs. Always tried to go a little beyond what people were asking me to do, but not so far beyond that I sort of broke the relationship. And it turns out that if you keep doing that for enough years, you end up doing a lot of really interesting things.
And I was researching you and you started as like a lawyer and now you're like president of Microsoft, which is like, it doesn't correlate at all. So like, how did you get to here?
Well, in a lot of ways, a legal education teaches you to think and it helps you learn to communicate. And both of those things are important for just about everything. And whether you're building technology or using it, it all has to be governed by law. So it's actually more closely connected than some people might think.
And just as a final question, what advice you give to people that they're coming up and you think they're gonna be set in one position and one goal, but it changes all the time. Like, what is your mindset of doing that? And your advice?
Well, I joined Microsoft 32 years ago. I took a leave of absence from my law firm. I thought I was only going to be at Microsoft for 2 years. If you had told me then that I would be here still, I would have said you're crazy. But the other thing that's interesting is I feel like I've worked at like 32 different companies rather than one over 32 years, because every year in the tech sector, things change so much. So the thing I would say is get comfortable with change. Look for the opportunity each day and what you can do. Make sure you take time to enjoy the moment, because I think sometimes people can get so focused on what will come next or worrying about what could go wrong. And then you look back years later and you go, that was actually a lot of fun. I should have enjoyed it more. Work hard, but enjoy the moment.
Look, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your advice.
Sure.
This is Teen Talks. See you next time.
Thanks.